Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Husqvarna 550XP Mark II that unfortunately had a tree limb fall on it, so it got squished. You know, the owner only had this saw for about a week, so it's a low mileage, low hour saw. You know, and they see some broken plastic and a couple squished pieces, and I'm sure they were thinking, well, we'll drop it off and get it fixed up, you know, a couple parts, and we're good to go. Well, on this saw, it's here a part, there a part, everywhere a part. There's a whole lot of stuff to fix on it, so we're going to take a closer look and see what it needs. You know, one of the things I noticed on this 550 is that this starter cover is built pretty damn solid. Look how much mud is packed in there. That side was obviously against the ground, and the other side, you know, smacked hard enough to break that clutch cover. And none of the plastic is broken on that starter. Everything looks good on it. I was pretty impressed with that. But what I really wanted to see was if the case was cracked anywhere. You see the fuel tank is broken, but it doesn't look like the crankcase is cracked. At least nothing that I could see from that quick glance. And what you see in the video is the whole deal. I mean, this is all I looked at. We're going to take the top cover off and just see what it looks like under there. I don't expect to find anything wrong because the cover is in perfect shape. This 550 Mark II, you might notice some differences if you own a 550 that's not a Mark II. There's a few things going on here that aren't the same as your saw. Now that spring that I pointed at, that anti-vibe spring, it looks a little tweaked. But it might just be bent because the handle's bent right now. You know, if you take the handle off, the spring could straighten out. But it doesn't really matter because that handle assembly comes with a spring for $50. So that's what we're going to write down on our assessment. You see the fuel tank is cracked there. That's another $100. That front brake handle was $30. This clutch cover is $110. It's adding up fast. So I want to take a look at this bar because it kind of looked to me like it might be tweaked. It also really looks beat up for only being a week old, doesn't it? I'm not sure what's going on here. But we'll get the bar off of there and take a closer look. I think I'm going to look in private here. No, I'm going to show you. We got a big S in it. So, guess what? How much you think a new bar is? 18 inch. 325/72 I think is the chain. 50 gauge. Do you guess yet? Lower. No, a little higher. Yeah, you're right. $50. So I had my suspicions looking at this clutch drum. When I spun it with my finger, it just didn't seem right. We're going to take a closer look. We got our special clutch removal tool for that clutch. But take a look here where I got these arrows pointing at the muffler. There's two shiny spots, and there's a hole in that muffler. That brake handle pushed right through the muffler. Husky gets $100 for it. Now, you got to replace the muffler because you can't have hot exhaust gases blowing on a plastic handle. It's going to melt it. And yeah, I suppose if it was my saw at home, I could MacGyver it and fix a hole in the muffler, or modify the muffler or whatever. But that's not a dealer function. I mean, we will replace the muffler with a new muffler if we do this repair. Cobbling it together, it's
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
so I want to get this spark plug out, not to look in the cylinder because the thing's a week old. It better be perfect. I want to look at that crankshaft, and sure enough, it looks to me like it's bent. The complete crank assembly with the bearings is $230. Now, you might think, well, that doesn't look too bad. Well, we'll give you a little closer look here at how bent it really is. So total parts came in at $670. A brand new saw is less than that. So unfortunately, she's toast, eh? That's all I got for you on this one. Thanks for watching. Later.